Welcome back to turn 1 of Arkham Horror, or Epic Arkham Horror, with all the expansions. Correction time already. Well, Miss White says that I will get $10 whenever she joins me, and there is no reason, as far as I can see, that I wouldn't get them during setup. So it means that Leo Anderson didn't have $2, but he actually had $12. And when he lost the pickpocketing test, he wouldn't have chosen to lose his money. Instead, he will lose his fine costume. Alright, so another thing is that the rift markers here in Kingsport are starting to build up. We see that monster movement was circle white. So I take one of these markers and find a spot with a circle white. It's one of these two spots, so it's flipped. So this location is the same as 607 Water Street in Kingsport, and I need to go to that location in order to take away this rift build-up marker. So when all of these 4 spots are filled, then this rift here will activate and roam around the streets of Arkham. Monsters will be coming out of it. I want to prevent that, of course. Very briefly, I will just show you that this location is here and the Erasmus home is there. So this gives me an incentive to go to Kingsport for sure. I can feel it already. So perhaps one of the characters should go to Kingsport already. And we are now heading into the first upkeep phase. So let's briefly plan for this round. Because of that unfortunate build-up of the rift markers in Kingsport, I seriously need to think about going there already. I'm going to send Daryl up to the train station and into Kingsport to try to close some of those rifts. Then I'm going to use Lola, which is up here at the Arkham Asylum, to go to Independence Square to get 2 clues. My plan was then to just use Leo to start gathering some of these clues around here. And the good professor can actually go to Miskatonic University to try to get an encounter, or just start also collecting clues. There's really nothing much to think about for Lola Hayes other than her retainer. She will get $2. She doesn't have to roll a die because this is the first round after she got the retainer. Leo gets even more money because he has the retainer. Well, he's going to keep his sliders as they are, and he needs a weapon. He has a lot of cash. Getting cash from the retainer and don't have to roll. I think the retainer was really nice that it came along. Now Daryl, he's going to change his speed a little bit. He will try to gain more speed. I am bumping the speed up to 4 for Daryl because he suddenly has now a mission traveling to another town. So let's put the movement into practice. When Lola exits the asylum and goes to Independence Square and picks up these 2 clues. It's nice, she has now 4 clues. Leo Anderson, with a speed of 3 and a ton of money, is going to try to spend some of this money by moving 1, 2 and into the general store. Then it's Daryl. Daryl is taking the train. He has a speed of 4. 1, 2 into the train station, where he spends $1 and a movement point. Popping out at Central Hill for 3 movement. And going into Saint Erasmus home for 4 movement points. I'm not forgetting to take away his cash. Next up is Norman Winters in the administration building. He has a speed of 3 and he would like to get some clue tokens as well. But he would also like some more weapons, but he don't have much money. Perhaps he'll take a chance and have an encounter with the ancient whispers out in the Miskatonic University streets yeah, let's try to do that so that we can see how that works as well. Interesting. Then we're going to have encounters. Lola, she is in Independence Square, which is a downtown, in the downtown district. In the downtown districts, I go to my box and find the downtown districts in Arkham. I pick out all the cards. And with all the expansions, there is a lot of cards. So I shuffle them, and I take the top card and resolve it. And afterwards, I'm just putting it back. Okay, so let's see what I got. Or rather, let's see what Lola got from Independence Square. You hope to get near enough to the gypsy camp to eavesdrop, but a dog bark has alerted them that there is an intruder, and I have to make a sneak -1 check to escape. If I fail, you are cursed, and that is just hopelessly terrible if that happens. So I cannot get cursed whatever I do. I need to stop. I need to pass this sneak -1 check. Lola's sneak is 3, so that's 2 dice. You just have to take a chance with 2 dice. Curse is terrible because then she only will have a success on 6. She has to pass this test. Come on. Oh gosh. She got 2 successes. She passes the test. Fantastic. Nothing more happens during her encounter. Lola, that should teach you from going eavesdropping on gypsies. It's not a good thing to do. Next up is Leo in the general store. He is going to try to shop. He's skipping his encounter and he will draw 3 common items and he can purchase 1 of them. The 3 items he gets is an old journal, some understudy scripts, and magnifying glass. The magnifying glass helps with reading tomes, which was the old journal. It's a tome, and that can be exchanged for clue tokens. That's useful. And the understudy scripts the understudy script is a will -2 check. The lore -1 is easier to make. He's going to buy the old journal for $1 and discard the other 2, and hopefully he can give this to someone else. He pay $1. Not very successful, that shopping. Daryl is next. Yeah. Daryl has left town and is in Saint Erasmus' home. So in order to investigate this rift, or close the rift, take away the rift marker at least, that corresponds to Saint Erasmus' home, Daryl needs to have an encounter. There's Danny Houghton, half dozing in his chair, begins to talk, muttering about the horrible creatures he's seen during his time at sea. I need to lose 1 sanity and gain 1 clue token. Now these stories most certainly involves the ancient one, so I can't bear to hear about it. I lose 1 sanity, but I understand something more now, so I gain 1 clue as well. Daryl also learned that these stories are connected to the rift, so he investigates the rift. So Norman Winters is investigating the ancient whispers here in the Miskatonic University streets, so he will have an encounter here with the ancient whispers encounter. And it says you discover a man in a deep trance-like state clutching an artifact. Do you dare touch the object? I can touch it and make a will -2 check. And if I pass, I gain an exhibit item, and if I fail, I will lose 3 clue tokens. Well, I only have 3 clue tokens, so we will risk all of them. How difficult is the check? A will -2. Norman Winters has a willpower of 4, so he may risk this. The exhibit item is very interesting. In any case, I need to move the ancient whisper markers to the downtown street location. So the downtown streets are up here. Norman is doing the wheel -2, so that is 2. Yeah, okay. Let's try to do that. Oh no, he fails. So actually I think this is a loophole in the rules, because I can now spend clues to add die to this skill check. And if I fail, I will lose 3 clues. So that means that I can spend my clues re-rolling dice so I can pass the check. So I'll do that, of course. I will pay 1 clue token from Norman Winter's supply. And I roll again. Failed. Then another one. Failed. Okay. And the last clue token Norman has failed. Okay, at least that's some justice. He loses all his clues, he fails the test, and goes home in disgrace. See, the game knows. Since there are no other world encounters, we move straight into the Mythos phase. And we need to determine again where to draw from. First number black, second number red. 95, which amazingly enough is the same expansion, Arkham Horror. So let's see what happens. It's another headline. First of all, we will have a gate opening at the witch house. So a gate at the witch house here in Arkham. It's a gate to Dreamlands. Blue appears at the black cave, so that's just above the witch house. Yeah. Right here, and very close to Leo Anderson. Again we have a moving gate. This time this rectangular symbol. This gate is somewhat easier to close because it has a +1 modifier. The monster that comes out is a ghost. 1 more for the doom track, 2 already. And there is movement, white crosses and black moons. Now, normally this would move the ancient whisper because it's a moon symbol, but it moved already during the encounter phase, so it won't move again. But the ghost is a moon, so it will move out to the French hills. This gate is staying put, even though it's movable, but the symbol didn't come up. And as far as I understand it, a white cross and a black moon is going to put 2 rift markers down here. Wild visions plague city. Investigators may set their skill sliders however they want when this card is drawn. So now we can readjust our skill sliders immediately. That's unbelievably enough a good Mythos card. Do I want to? I'm going to shuffle. There are 7 sliders like this. Only has speed of 3, that's what I need next round. Can we keep the fight and willpower and lower on luck? I don't know, 2-2. Lower luck, at least, and then I get to roll if there's a skill check. I think Leo, because he has this old journal, and if he succeeds on a lore -1 check, he will do good. So he is going to adjust the lore slider up here to 4. Keep fight high, speed 3. Actually, I only need speed 2 next round, so you're going to put it like this. Yeah. And Lola is adjusting her speed to 3. Okay, for this first round, I almost forgot. I do need to draw one of these reckoning cards because of the lurker is in play. Let's see what this card says. Which is new for me. I haven't seen any of these cards before. Milia Vessel. Melee vessel. Each investigators with one or more power tokens in Arkham is delayed. Nobody has power tokens yet. Each investigator with one or more power token in another world is lost in time and space. Okay, so that was good that we didn't collect any power tokens. Only will collect power tokens if we take a pact with the lurker. Perhaps we'll do that next turn, have one of the investigators take a pact so we can see how that works. And hopefully that can help us a little bit further on in the game. Right, until next time, sweet dreams.